Hi everyone, my name is Melody. Today I would like to share some elements behind Chinese culture and some recommendations when negotiate with Chinese people. As Brit and Galfeld suggest, a greater understanding of other cultures provide insights into one's own culture and offer the possibilities of other ways to negotiate that are just as effective. Our textbook also stated that the purpose of understanding cross-cultural negotiation is twofold: to manage this negotiation more effectively and to draw from the diversity to improve our own way of negotiating. Therefore, as the negotiator of Western countries, we need to fully understand the Chinese cultural background and obtain more cultural awareness in advance so as to enhance the process and outcomes of negotiation. So now I would like to share 4 elements on Chinese culture will impact negotiation by using 4 conditions. Firstly, Hall and Goody-Cost stated that Chinese people are often indirect in their behavior. They will have some reservations in expressing their views, and the key point is implicate, not clear. The norm behind this is that China is a country with high context communication, which depends on physical context and communicators. Pang also presents Chinese coconut culture, a culture where people show formal appearance and win close friendship over time. On the contrary, US have peach culture, which Americans are open as soon as you meet them. Secondly, Chinese people are willing to use we to express their opinions, and they are afraid of conflicts with the opinions of the team. Adler and Brit believe that the Chinese are collectivist rather than individualist, emphasize on family and group. Branze, Vertisky, and Kemp also suggested that the negotiator from collective culture should be more situational and regarded trust as the expectation of long-term mutual benefits. Therefore, it is also expected to establish a relationship before resource allocation. Thirdly, the cultural authors prove that China is a hierarchical society, and the characteristic of organizations are the interdependence between people. The textbook also points out that those at the top of their rank or age are respected and sought guidance. Their preference and their decisions are accepted. The negotiators do not want to act outside their superiors. But power is based on relationships and alternatives, and those with power may consider Batna, which is pointed by Adair and Tisley. Therefore, in the nature of high power distance, the relationship of rights is far away, and the rights are relatively concentrated. Finally, the Chinese people pay great attention to face. Cosme CEO global consulting company stated that in Chinese society, the face is a person's self-esteem and respect for others. And people often avoid the occurrence of losing face or embarrassment. New York Times also proposed that the communication between Chinese people is sensitive and has keen consideration for people's feeling. Because it is related to whether they can handle the relationship with others, it is often necessary to think from the perspective of others. For example, it will not expose the other party's shortcoming in the public. For value level, Zhao proposed that a country's cultural value affects its national psychology and national identity. The traditional cultural values that affect the Chinese soul have common expression in different conditions, including harmony, benevolence, courtesy, honesty, loyalty, and so on. At the same time, the interaction in Chinese society is hierarchical, and the needs is to be respected and respected by others. Meanwhile, under the influence of the modernization, the current mentality of the Chinese people is the combination of their modern aspiration and traditional oranges. Other and Brett suggested that negotiation like dance is a sequence of steps that draw on the cultural context. So I will share some recommendations from negotiation process. In the differentiation phase, textbook stated that non-Western countries need the rhythm build up to the negotiation. Meanwhile, it is hoped that there will be more in-depth exchange after trust building and that more attention will be paid to building relationships rather than directly answering questions. So Harvard Law School suggested that Western negotiators should not try to rush things so early in the negotiation, and under no circumstance should you lose your temper, or you will lose your face and damage the relationship. In the exploration phase, textbook said the non-Western countries will take proposal away for considerations rather than responding them in the moment. The elder Win-R and Brett believe the reasons is the high context negotiator may be more willing to put forward proposals as early as possible and future explore. Therefore, the Western negotiators should not rush to find a win-win solution, but jointly look for more possibilities and provide more details. In the exchange phase, the textbook stated that the non-Western countries will issue multiple offers according to the change of a subject, and they will place the offers in the context of their ongoing relationship and expect future relationship. So the Cosmic CEO suggested that the starting price should leave room for negotiation. And the Harvard Law School also said make a high-level contracts in order to find negotiators who are flexible and practical. Reach out to them in position of authority whenever possible. And even after the deal is signed, it is also essential to continue to build trust. So overall, Other and Brett believe that irrespective of their cultural background, negotiators still have to do the same things to reach an agreement. They need to position themselves and exchange information about what is important. They need to work through those differences and make some concessions to bring the deal together. Henderson also stated that the negotiations in China is an ongoing and dynamic process. It is essentially a process to build trust so that both parties can achieve a common outcome. This is my presentation. Thank you.